Hey guys, welcome back to the Upholstery Studio, where today I will be showing you how I put on boxing on a simple staple-on cushion like the one you see here. And I'm going to go over exactly how I measure the length of it, how wide to make it, and how to put this seam in right here to finish it off along with the top stitch. I go over all that, so stay tuned and let's get into the video. So when you go to cut your boxing, you're going to want to cut your boxing the perimeter of the cushion you're going to be sewing plus 8 inches. So for example, this is the cushion I'm going to be sewing. When I cut my boxing, I traced the perimeter of this in a straight line, and then I added 8 inches for when we go to seam it together and finish it off. I'll have 4 inches of overlap on each side, and I'll obviously show you what I'm talking about later. Because we are making a simple staple-on cushion, we're only sewing on this one part right here. It's actually going to be stapled to the back, so we can leave it long because this board is what, 2 3/4 thick, 2-inch foam, 3/4 inch board. I made my boxing 4 inches long, which will account for the seam allowance and give me enough to pull over around the back and staple it on. Now that we have our boxing cut 4 inches wide, a little bit longer than the perimeter of the cushion, I'm going to mark where I want the seam for the boxing to be. Usually I pick a side for this. It doesn't matter because any side could be the back. I'm going to have my seam split in the middle of this long side right here. So I'm just going to fold that in half. And then I'm just going to mark where that 1/2 inch is, or where the middle is going to be. And for this one, it's going to lay right here in the middle of this diamond. And when you go to sew, leave a little bit hanging extra. So as you can see, my middle mark where I'm going to put the seam is right here. So when you go to sew, rather than sewing it directly on like this, you're going to want to leave a 1/2 inch extra. So fold up. You see my marks right there? I have about a 1/2 inch extra. And I'm going to sew back a few inches. So the top of the material is right here. I'm going to sew back a little bit so I have enough room to play with and I can actually seam this together later. So when you approach a corner like this, a rounded curve, the best way to go about it, in my opinion, is to make a few snips. Not going too far in the material because we're sewing a 1/2 inch in, so you don't want to go past that 1/2 inch, otherwise you'll have a bunch of cuts in your boxing. So just maybe about like a 1/4 inch, a little bit more than a 1/4 inch, put a bunch of slits in it like this. And what that's going to allow the material to do is stretch around that curve so you don't have any weird pleats. And remember, our seam allowance is a 1/2 inch, so do your best to sew a 1/2 inch in. And now that I am back where I started, we started right here, and here's our middle seam mark right here. what you're gonna do now so right here on the material is where the middle seam is. And now that we've approached the end right here, this is where we started. Now you can see right here the middle seam that we originally drew. You're gonna stop a little bit before so you have enough work room to actually sew these two pieces together. So what we're gonna do, lay this down. You can see this is where the middle seam is. You're gonna go past a 1/2 inch and you're gonna cut this off. And now all you're gonna do is just sew these two pieces together, sewing a 1/2 inch in, and then you have your boxing. Now that you got the boxing sewn together, you can just continue sewing down this, and then you're done. Now once you get to the seam right here, rather than putting it all towards one side, the seam allowance on the inside, what I like to do is split it apart so it lays a little bit flatter when you go to staple it, and you don't have this, because this will be a little bit bunchy when you go to staple it up. That's what I'm talking about. Split it apart like this, that way it won't be so bunchy when you go to staple it. So now that you got your boxing on, all that's left to do is to top stitch. Now I actually have a video on exactly what top stitching is, but essentially the quick version, this seam allowance right here, you're just gonna sew this down, and you're gonna sew on the boxing right here, keeping it nice and straight, which helps the seam allowance lay and keeps everything looking nice once you get it stapled, but it also adds a nice touch to the cushion. And I always start where the seam is as well. So now that we got the boxing on, top stitched, all that's left to do, cut the seam allowance. And voila, there you have it. Nice cushion with boxing sewn all the way around it. And a nice little seam right there. if you followed along with the video, you should have ended up with something kind of like this. As you can see, we got a nice straight boxing all around the cushion, and you can see how the seam right here is nice and flat. It's not too bunchy, and we got the top stitch back tack lined up with it. Overall, super easy to do and looks pretty decent, I'd say. If you like this, you found this informational, maybe you'll like some of my other videos. I have one that goes over how to make a double diamond panel like the one you see here, and I have a few other things. I'll link a couple of them at the end of the video, and I hope to see you in the next one. Thank you for watching, but before I leave, let's take a quick gander at my sleepy kitties. One of them is still taking a nap, and the other one is doing kitty stuff, so see ya.